Hello again, friends. I'm so excited to be back with another video. If you're new to the channel, I'm wannabeNPC, or NPC for short. I'm a variety streamer over on Twitch, a YouTube content creator, and a writer. If you check out my Ko-fi, I have many blog posts and workbooks available to help people with self-care and improving their streaming. In fact, I'll post the script for this video in a blog post on Ko-fi for easy reference. Today we'll be getting into 4 major tips to help increase motivation as we decorate a vacation home in Animal Crossing. Please make sure to tell me what you think of the home I designed and what you would do differently. I would love to get inspiration from your awesome ideas. I would also like to remind everyone that this video is not medical advice nor a substitution for therapy. This video and all of my content is for entertainment purposes only. If you need mental health assistance or you are in crisis, please check out the resources in the description area of this video or seek professional help. So let's get to it. Motivation is a big struggle for many. I think motivation is a struggle when the task we want to do goes against our nature. To explain what I mean is that we need to be excited and or curious about the task we want to complete. Let's say we are struggling with doing our homework or going over our finances. What's stopping us from getting the task done? Are we anxious? If so, what are we anxious about? What is the anxiety stemming from? Are we curious about what we could gain from completing the task? Usually, we aren't curious. We are typically certain that doing homework will make us feel awful, or going over finances could make us feel ashamed about the amount of money we're spending. You can apply this certainty and anxiety to probably almost any task. So what's my first tip? Listen up, because this is the most important one. The first tip is to come up with questions about the task you are about to do. Come up with questions about what you can gain, learn, and explore from doing the task. The questions you have may surprise you and excite you, and this is the key to doing any task you have the opportunity to do, including the tasks you may not necessarily want to do this very moment. Let's go back to the examples I already set up: homework and finances. Why did I choose these tasks? Did you have this question? If you had this question in your mind, that's great, because it means you're curious and you're trying to allow yourself to learn something about me or about this video. Allow yourself to create questions. So let's keep exploring these examples. I hate homework and always did, but my goodness, I gained a great feeling when I used to get a math problem correct. I used to feel great when I used to think about positives and negatives in math and what gets attracted or repelled, and I'd compare numbers to human relationships. I ended up liking math when I started getting lost in my thoughts about it. It doesn't matter if your thoughts make sense or not. It's like when you're in an open world game and just try random things to see what sticks and allows you to move on to the next part of the map. While I never learned to love homework, I am much more able to see the value in it that I refused to see before. I became more curious. I also hate going over my finances. In fact, I didn't look at my finances closely for years. Only vague ideas of what I was spending and bringing in, and I had that privilege because of how my family takes care of me financially. However, this is something I need to attend to as an adult navigating the world. I've established that I work on my finances at the beginning and end of the month, and I track every single expense or amount of income. This task feels long, feels tedious, and I often feel ashamed at these numbers. However, the last time I did this, I learned so much about my habits and how spending affects my health and vice versa. I'm seeing what expenses I used for self-care and health, and what expenses I used for things that truly do not benefit me. When I look at how the numbers change over multiple months, I see how my habits have changed, and this is the most rewarding part of looking at the data. How am I changing over multiple months? How can I get creative and save money in fun and easy ways? I'm creating more and more questions and learning about myself each month. I think you're getting what I'm putting down at this point. So let's get to the second tip. Hit your task with an axe and break it into smaller parts. I remember listening to Dr. K, also known as Healthy Gamer GG on Twitch, and he once described the block to motivation as seeing a task as a mountain. Even if you take one step towards the mountain and look up, all you still see is a huge effing mountain that you have to climb, and the one step didn't make a single difference. Now, if we shrink the mountain to a hill, and then we shrink the hill to a bump in the road, and then shrink it to something smaller, like maybe a log to hop over, Then we chop the log with our axe and make it a stick. Then the task looks much easier to accomplish. Walking over a stick is much easier than climbing a mountain. Look, I don't have to make sense. Just roll with me. Once again, we'll go back to our examples from earlier. Let's say we need to complete some homework. The homework assignment is a 10 to 15 page essay. While I was in college, I procrastinated often and my friends procrastinated often. I know that the anxiety of a huge assignment like a massive essay or research paper contributed to my procrastination. I just didn't want to do the assignment. I felt like it was a waste of my time in my life to write this. I felt certain I wouldn't learn anything. However, I created a system for myself in which I procrastinated less, which reduced how overwhelmed I felt. My system was to break the paper into smaller parts. One day, I would just create the outline for my paper. Another day, I would just do the research and make notes on what I found. Another day, I would write one part of the paper, and so on. This made the mountain of a huge paper I had to write feel like just tiny sticks I had to walk over. Everyone's sticks will look different, and you may have to break things down into smaller chunks. With finances, track your expenses one day and your income the next. Or instead of working on your finances once a month, maybe make it a small task you do weekly. Procrastination causes so much anxiety and vice versa. People that say they work better under pressure often do not. I've seen those people under pressure. They don't produce their best work, and they've been going through a task painfully and not in a careful manner. Get creative and create a system that does not overwhelm you. Find a system that goes with your nature, not against it. You'll realize you've jumped over many sticks, and you won't see yourself as failing at climbing a mountain. Are you ready for the next tip? Well, you better be, because we're gonna keep on going. My third tip is all about connection. We do the most healing within ourselves when we are not alone. We do most things better when we are not alone. I remember being in college and studying with one of my close friends. We weren't ever in the same class, but there was something fun and exciting about us working so hard alongside each other. We felt connected and could feel the other person's energy and urge to complete tasks. Even though both of us would rather be doing something else, it remains to be one of my favorite college memories. I recommend planning dates with friends or family to do work together. It doesn't have to be in person. I created a quiet workspace channel in my Discord that I pop into as I'm working on various tasks. You can also create connection by listening to music, a book, or a podcast. Hearing someone else's voice or the sound of a tune that you love can create a deeper connection within yourself or with others. The point is, pair the task with connection to make the task easier to complete. Now we are on to my last tip. Make the task enjoyable. We all need more enjoyment in our lives, don't we? Sticking to our examples that you're probably tired of hearing me talk about, let's see how we can make doing homework or going over finances more enjoyable. We could put on some calming music, put on candles or essential oils, drink hot chocolate, cuddle up in a blanket, make sure our place is tidy. The possibilities are endless. If you have to do laundry, listen to a book or podcast, or watch a show while you do it. While you clean, dance. Make the task enjoyable by enhancing your environment or connecting with someone can make the task feel less scary and daunting and become more manageable. Find a way to add the ingredient of joy to your everyday tasks and you'll find yourself more motivated. Well, those are my magical tips. I hope that they help you in some way and that you find yourself enjoying your life much more. Please like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitch, and join the Discord server. We would love to have you join our community, and I'm hoping to reach 1,000 followers on Twitch soon. Once we hit 1,000 followers, I will have a 12-hour stream, so get excited. Thank you again, and I'll talk to you soon.